Hey everybody, Still Darter Studios here. I've been busy with market and getting things ready for that market, and I did really well on the 6th of April when I went to the market with all the other vendors. I didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but I was happy and satisfied and very thankful that I did do as well as I did do. Handed out more cards than I sold, but at least my cards are out there and word of mouth is going around. So, thankful, thankful, thankful. Always be thankful for what you have. Don't look at what you don't have. Always be thankful for what you have. This is a pour that one of my groups has challenged me for. It's a group challenge we do every week. This week it's the Masters, and I do have to admit, Pam Schmidt, young lady, when you said Masters, I didn't look at the top of the page yet, and I'm thinking golf because you announced the challenge on Saturday and the Masters golf tournament was on Sunday. So when I saw Masters, I went, oh, really? And then I read further and I said, oh, thank goodness, it's the Masters of Art. So I chose Pollock, Jackson Pollock. I will also post a picture of that photo, which is my inspiration for this painting. I studied that picture so hard and got all the paint, the colors that I needed. I'm starting with the Orchard, Red Orchard, which is the Master's Touch. A little bit here. It's not a lot on the painting, so just a little bit right there. Then we've got the Viridian, which is here, which my own mixture, I wanted a darker mixture, so I added like 3 hefty squirts of this True Blue until I got the color of the Viridian that I wanted. It's a darker version of Viridian, and it's a really, really pretty version of it. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's really, really pretty. And then, of course, we've got the Purple Red Master's Touch. And the Viridian was also Master's Touch. I love Master's Touch. And then we have the Naples Yellow Master's Touch. Then we've got our apple barrel from Walmart. These are the large bottles that you can buy. Navy, it's True Navy. We've got Pumpkin Orange, Bright Red, Black, and this is white with silicone. I want to try to get some cells. I'm going to do another colander pour. I bought this colander at the Dollar Tree for $1 specifically for this pour. So, I've already shaken up all my colors. I want to make sure they're all shaken up again, just to make sure everything's good to go. And I'm sorry I've been elusive lately, but I just have... Yesterday I was out in the yard for 5 hours doing yard work. The lawn guy said he would come last Thursday or Friday. He hasn't shown, nor has he called, nor texted me. So I had to get out there yesterday and do it myself. It about killed me, which is what it actually felt like, because I am on disability, and if anybody was watching me, they could see that I was struggling. So, but it had to get done. The grass was getting too tall, and you know, things were just not the way I wanted them. So I started getting things sussed out. You know, the storm hit here. My Hurricane Michael hit here pretty bad. So my backyard and most of my yard is dirt, but I did have some grass survive. So that's what I had to cut yesterday and blow everything off. It was just crazy. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to add my colors to this. I've already got white at the bottom, and I had already added some WD-40 to this so the paint won't stick when it comes out too badly. So the white's on the bottom, and I'm going to add this. This is going to be a little bit longer video because I'm actually doing my layering on camera instead of doing it before I start the camera. So I'll put a little bit of this Red Orchard in here. Then we're going to go with this lighter blue. Which one was this one? This one was Ocean Green. It's really pretty too, and it's Master's Touch also. I know y'all can tell I like Master's Touch. Yes, I love Master's Touch. It's creamy, it's easy to mix with my Flow mixture that, thanks to The Art of Hooch by Nelia, I kind of altered her mix to my own mix that worked for me. So it's a process of getting things that, you know, work for you, mixture that you like. This one is the Naples Yellow. And I am going to pour this over colander, so it's going to be kind of like a dirty pour because these colors are just going on top of each other and down into each other. And this is the Purple Red, which is like fuchsia. Why they have to have all these crazy names for these colors. Purple Red, it's like, you know, really bright pink. And then we're going to do some red. Now I gotta warn you, I've told you guys, these colander pours don't do well for me. They never come out the way I think they will, ever. So we're gonna see what we can do. Black, that red. And then we're gonna do chocolate stuff. And the dark blue on top of the orange. Okay, some more white. Got a goober in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? All the lid wasn't on there properly, so now I have paint everywhere, which is okay because I have wet rags on the standby, ready to go, waiting to get this paint off. Now, a lot of you people that pour, I'm concerned because you don't use gloves. A box of 100 gloves costs less than $10 at Walmart, and if you go to a pharmacy, like a real standalone pharmacy, theirs are about $10 for 100. So you're not going to pay a lot for a box of 100 gloves. Please use gloves and protect yourself against the acrylic paint. Please, please, please be smart when you are pouring. Be conscious of your health. Okay, come on. Work with me, work with me. That does not want to work with me. It does not want to work with me. Of course, get live on camera and have a mishap. Of course, that's how it works, right? Oh, it's still gunking me up. Okay, I'm gonna have to just, gotta give me a second. I'm over at the sink rinsing this out so it'll flow for me, and rinsing the bottle off because I accidentally got paint all over everywhere. So anyway, I'm back. And I'm not one of those sophisticated people that knows how to pause and restart and edit. So, you know, I'm just a basic person. I know how to hit the record button and hit the stop button. So any lulls in between, I apologize, because I am not that tech savvy. Okay, now we're going to start over. We have the white, which is like before. Do some more Red Orchard. ocean green. It's really pretty. I'm probably going to do 3 or 4 layers of this stuff. And I know I'm not pouring it in the same order. Doesn't matter. It'll make the pour that much more interesting if it works out. I hope it does. Because my colander pours never work out the way I want them to. So, you know, they don't look like colander pours. They look like something else. I have yet to do a colander pour successfully. Put a little bit of this in here. And blue. Oh, don't tell me this one's getting clogged too. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Yeah, there we go. Came out. Good, good, good. Blue. Do some black. Because when I mix these colors that go next to each other, I don't want this to make purple. So I put a medium color in between a white or a black. And that way I can separate them. And sometimes when they make another color, it's pretty. And then sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just turns out to be mud. So, this is a 10 by 10 flat canvas panel that I had poured something on before and don't like it. So I'm pouring over it. And something that shocked me at the market April 6th when I was at the market, St. Andrews Market, a painting of mine sold that I didn't think anybody would ever buy. And it was just a simple white background. You know, I poured white paint all over it. And then I poured what I'm going to call a sea urchin. And then with the puddle in the middle that I had in the middle, it's not this one, another one, the one that sold, I took one of these sticks and went out, and the white had silicone in it, and so the arms of the sea urchin had cells, and it was a really cool painting, but I didn't think anybody would ever like it. And this girl loved it, and she bought it for her mom, I guess, for a birthday present or whatever. But don't ever think what you think is a fail, because someone else is going to love it. Seriously, there's a couple that I've given away, and I've given people choice of what they wanted, and that's the only way to get your name out there, to get started into any business, is to give things away, just like they do books. But I just couldn't believe this girl loved this painting. And another girlfriend grabbed a painting that I didn't think anybody would ever love, and she loved it. So don't ever think your work is mediocre or, you know, a fail. Now, the one I'm pouring over today, yeah, that one was a definite fail. Sometimes you know when it's a fail, and it's like inevitable fail, forget about it, kind of thing. So, but then when you have a successful pour and you can see ridges or tree rings or cells, don't think it's a fail, because it's not going to be a fail. Somebody's going to run across it and love it. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Black. Oh, damn, do I have another goober in there? There we go. You get goobers, even though I do strain my Floetrol, which is where the goobers come from. I've strained it twice and before I mix it, and it still has goobers. So, and that's got a goober. There we go. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. A little bit more white on the top. Started with white, had some black and white in the middle, and we're ending with white with the silicone. Okay. And get my gloves on. Gotta get those gloves, people. I don't want anybody having an adverse reaction to paints. And these gloves are really inexpensive, so please get paints. Sweet girl, mommy just let you out. Could she please do her pour first? And then I'll come out with you again. Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Strainer. Just a handheld strainer. Katie. Here we go. I don't know what's going to happen, but these are all the colors that were in that Jackson Pollock. And I'm just letting the strainer, you know, do its job, straining all this paint through. Let me strain. I'm tilting it back just a little bit because my outhouse is on a lean. Finish going through. Of course, every time you do that, you have okay. Now I'm going to turn that upside down. These are all the colors that were in that painting from Jackson Pollock, and I don't know what's going to happen. What it's going to look like. But it's kind of weird looking. Alright, whoops. I knew something was missing here. Get my caps where they're supposed to be. I really like that teardrop blue at the top. Stretch this out just a little bit. Move it back the other way a little bit. And okay, I don't like it. But that's, you know, like I said, I've never done a strainer pour that looks like everybody else's strainer pours. Every strainer pour for me that's supposed to look like a strainer pour is a fail. Now this is a quite interesting puzzle here. Little painting puzzle looking thing. That would be a great puzzle though. Get the torch to it. See if I can make it more appealing to my eye. Let's see what kind of cells I can get to emerge. And I might be able to save it.
we've got a few cells coming up and some paint separating and showing the stuff underneath, which is pretty cool. I think this is going to look okay. Maybe appealing to someone else's eye one day. Like that sea urchin I did. I didn't think anybody would ever want that thing. But they did. And I appreciate the lady that bought it. She was looking at a couple different ones that she wanted, and when she chose that one, I was honestly just shocked. But you know what? You can't be shocked because it's your artwork, and somebody, like I said, eventually is going to like it and buy it and ask you how much it costs. I'm going to add some more butane to my gun. Okay, it's full. Here we go again. And blue was a big part of the Pollock painting that inspired me. It took me a while to pick one because I just love his work. And that actually looks like a little butterfly right there. Okay. Take the camera down so y'all can see it. I know there's a light on it. But it's not too bad, huh? There we go. That's better. But, you know, I'm probably going to do another one. Different style, different technique. So we'll see what happens. Y'all have a great day. Bye.